Richard Courant was a German-American mathematician. He is best known by the general public for the book What is Mathematics, co-written with Herbert Robbins. Life and career. Courant was born in Lüblinitz, in the Prussian province of Silesia. His parents were Sigmund Courant and Martha Courant, eine Acute Freund of OELs. Edith Stein was Richard's cousin on the paternal side. During his youth his parents moved often, including to Glatz, then to Breslau, and in 1905 to Berlin. He stayed in Breslau and entered the university there, then continued his studies at the University of Zurich and the University of Göttingen. He became David Hilbert's assistant in Göttingen and obtained his doctorate there in 1910. He was obliged to serve in World War I but was wounded shortly after enlisting and dismissed from the military. He continued his research in Göttingen and then engaged a 2-year period at the University of Munster as professor of mathematics. There he founded the Mathematical Institute, which he headed as director, from 1928 until 1933. Courant left Germany in 1933, earlier than many Jewish émigrés, while he was classified by the Nazis as a Jew. His previous service as a frontline soldier exempted him from losing his position for this particular reason at the time. However, his public membership in the Social Democratic left was reason enough for dismissal. In 1936, after 1 year at Cambridge, Courant accepted a professorship at New York University in New York City. There he founded an institute for graduate studies in applied mathematics. The Courant Institute of Mathematical Sciences is now one of the most respected research centers in applied mathematics. Courant and David Hilbert authored the influential textbook Method and der Mathematischen Physik, which, with its revised editions, is still current and widely used since its publication in 1924. With Herbert Robbins he co-authored a popular overview of higher mathematics, intended for the general public, titled What is Mathematics? Courant's name is also attached to the finite element method, with his numerical treatment of the plane torsion problem for multiply-connected domains, published in 1943. This method is now one of the ways to solve partial differential equations numerically. Courant is a namesake of the Courant-Friedrich-Louis condition and the Courant minimax principle. Courant died in New Rochelle, New York. Perspective on mathematics. Commenting upon his analysis of experimental results from in-laboratory soap film formations, Courant believed that the existence of a physical solution does not obviate the need for mathematical proof. Here is a quote from Courant on his mathematical perspective. Empirical evidence can never establish mathematical existence, nor can the mathematician's demand for existence be dismissed by the physicist as useless rigor. Only a mathematical existence proof can ensure that the mathematical description of a physical phenomenon is meaningful. Personal life. In 1919 Courant married Narina Runge, the daughter of the Göttingen professor for applied mathematics, Karl Runge. Richard and Narina had 4 children. Ernest, a particle physicist and innovator in particle accelerators; Gertrude, a PhD biologist and wife of the mathematician Jürgen Moser; Hans, a physicist who participated in the Manhattan Project; and Leonore, a professional violist and wife of the mathematician Jerome Berkowitz. Publications. Courant. Differential and Integral Calculus, Volume I, translated by McShane, J., New York. Interscience, ISBN 4-87187-838-4. Courant. Differential and Integral Calculus, Volume II, translated by McShane, J., New York. Interscience, ISBN 4-87187-835-X. Courant, Richard, John, Fritz, Introduction to Calculus and Analysis, Volume I, New York. Interscience, ISBN 3-546-5058-X. Courant, Richard, John, Fritz, Introduction to Calculus and Analysis, Volume 2, 1, New York. Into Science, ISBN 3-540-66569-2. Courant, Richard, John, Fritz, Introduction to Calculus and Analysis, Volume 2, 2, New York. Into Science, ISBN 3-540-66570-6. Courant, Richard, Hilbert, David, Methods of Mathematical Physics, Volume I, New York. Into Science, ISBN 0-471-50447-5, Mr. 0065391. Courant, Richard, Hilbert, David, Methods of Mathematical Physics, Volume 2, New York. Into Science, DOI 10.1002, 9,783,527,617,234, ISBN 0-471-50439-4, Mr. 0140802. Courant, R. Friedrichs. O. Supersonic Flow and Shock Waves, New York. Into Science. Courant, Richard, Robbins, Herbert, What is Mathematics? Oxford University Press.